Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy Tommy with Kickz and Bricks, and we are live. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is well and had a long, relaxing, uneventful weekend. Just hanging out today, not really doing too much, nothing much on the agenda. Low key, kind of a sleeper week, I think. Starts off kind of slow, not really much tomorrow or Tuesday. We have the Union 2 releases, worldwide release on, let me double check. Chief, what up? Lee, what up? Hope everyone is well. Let me just double check the dates on these. So the 26th, so Tuesday, it looks like worldwide. So Shopify, I don't see anything on sneakers yet. But it's scheduled, so I'm not quite sure. Eric, what up? What up, Shanae? What's good? So, Shopify release and sneaker release for Union 2s. Anyone get shipping confirmations on those Unions yet? Now, because of the way they did the release, I'm assuming that they're not going to do a cancel wave, right? I mean, they specifically changed the checkout URL to stop bots from working altogether. So I would assume that they wouldn't double back and then start canceling everybody on top of it. But you never know. It wouldn't make much sense. But then again, I don't think that entire release made any sense. And then we have the Alma 2s as well, dropping on the 29th, which is on Friday. And then we have the Dorenbacher Dunk Freestyles. Those are also dropping on the 30th. So that will be on Saturday. And then you have some low top 5s that are dropping as well. Some Nike Court Zoom Vapors or something of that nature. So we're just going to talk to shit. We're going to look at some resale pricing. There hasn't been any sales on the Alma 2s yet. But I definitely think that they are going to, it's not going to be as hard of a cop as the Unions were, only because I just don't see it being as hype, anywhere close to as hype as those Unions were. It's a bulky shoe. It's the same exact colorway as the ones were. People are not happy. People are very disappointed in the way that it looks. I think Meniere's are delayed. Now, they were supposed to release last week. Where did you hear they were delayed? Oh, let's see. I wonder if there's anything posted on their social media. What's your Discord, bro? I want to send you something. Send it to my Twitter. Hold on. Send it there. Kickz_success. Or you can send it to Kickz and Bricks Twitter. Guys, also, Kickz Gmails is officially live. These Gmails are a little different than what you normally purchase. So what I notice when I buy Gmails from other companies is I always check the security alerts from when the last one was. Now, the way you can tell how many times a Gmail was logged into, how many different sessions, and you can kind of tell when it started to farm, was by checking the last security alert of when that company bought it and started to farm it. And it's generally 2 to 3 weeks. They'll throw a proxy on it, they'll farm it up, and then they'll sell it. These are a little different in the sense that I loaded these up January, February. So these have been farming for a while. They took a little bit of a break, and then I bought different capture proxies and I put those on there, and then I farmed those up as well. But they stayed one clicks. The ones that were one clicks before I rested them were the same. They were same one clicks. So if you're interested, the link is in the description below. The Discord is free, of course. And just to give you an idea, because I know a lot of people just like to talk and not really have any receipts behind what they say. So you can see, added January 10th, February 3rd, January 13th, January 3rd. So they've been farming for a while. So just to give you an idea of when these came to fruition. But Discord link is in the description. And then there's a product link. There's no website or anything like that yet. So if you want any, just go ahead and open up a ticket and we'll go from there. But should you have any recommendations on dailies? So from my experience on the foams, stat dailies worked very well for me on that release. I opened up a ticket with them to see if they maybe wanted to play ball with us. See if we can discuss maybe some sort of discount code or some group buy or something of that nature. They haven't responded yet. I always expect disappointment, just so when it does happen, I'm not upset, but we'll see. I told them that there was a lot. Oh, we got a troll. Guys, show ZB some love, guys. His mommy never loved him. Everybody show ZB some love. But other than that, it's really just a chill day. We'll talk some shit. And we'll go from there. Got my first win on the runners. Nice. Nice. Everybody's allowed to be a hater. That's okay. When you get stuck in your mommy's basement, you get bored sometimes. Sometimes there's just things that, you know. You said stacked dailies? No, stat. S-T-A-T. S-T-A-T. Stat captures. They actually let you buy entire subnets and rent them for the day. So I think they were like $115. So I got that. That's what I used. Which is quite expensive, to be honest. I pay $450 a month for an entire subnet through Proxy, Evan. And I spent $115 just using them for one day. So, but what are you gonna do, right? It definitely paid for itself. And then one of the other companies that I used, which were really good for the most part, I guess I just got a bad list. They refunded me the entire amount I spent. So I ended up, this release was profitable. No, Nemi sells subnets for $900 for 2 months. There's a 2-month commitment initially, and then after that 2-month commitment, you can buy it per month after that. You don't have to keep paying 2 months at a time. But yeah, that's what I paid, $900 initially, and then I paid $450 a month for every month after that. 17 checkouts and undefeated. Yeah, same. Yeah, all mine got canceled as well. I only hit 6 and then I stopped running. What shoes do I wear the most? I'd have to say probably the all black, the all black 350s. Not the reflectives, just the regular statics. Hit on undefeated and it's stuck. Shipping label. Yeah, but you probably hit initial. We're talking about running restocks for hours and hours after the drop. So that's where it comes into play. I don't think anyone's order sticks after initial, to be honest with you. But other than that, guys, so Shopify will go live on Tuesday to run for the unions on Shopify. I got to figure something out. I haven't figured out what I'm going to switch up yet, but I haven't been hitting on Shop nearly as much as I used to. All of my W's are restocks. So I think I'm gonna have to do something different. I think maybe I got away from focusing on one specific site, running a few tasks, and going from there. I try to run 2 or 3 sites at 10, 2 or 3 sites at 11, and then we're trying to hit sneakers and do all of that as well. So I think we're gonna run one site at 10 and then one site at 11, and we'll go from there. But yeah, did anyone have great success on mech on foams? They definitely didn't do well. I looked at the drop recap, and they definitely didn't do well at all. So, but we'll see. I hit like 3 hours after. Did you really? That's odd. That's like a one-off. That doesn't happen at all. That never happens. I've never hit that late into the release and for it to stick. Mech couldn't submit shipping for me. That's all proxies for some reason. But a lot of people, I asked in the Discord at least, and there were more people that, so I asked collectively between all your instances on mech, were you able to pass more than 10 times? And I'd say probably 33% of the answers were yes, the rest were no. Which on a release that lasts almost 45 minutes, you're definitely expected to pass more than 10 times. Especially when most people are running both instances. So, mind if you'd have just shipped from the restock, but I also hit initial and they were canned. Yeah, that is weird for sure. I stopped running. I mean, to be honest, it's a waste of time for me. Spend all day running, and to hit to hit 20 pairs, one to stick, you're wasting data, you're wasting time, and then you're just aggravated as fuck at that point. I had like 15 carts on Valor and only 2 checkouts. Most had 500 shipping errors. Yeah. Submitting shipping was rough. Firewall, it was extremely high. A lot of the tasks that passed splash for me were banned at shipping, which is what that is. After it carded, when it went to submit shipping, YS banned the proxy. Because I passed a lot too. I passed around 25 times per instance, and I only checked out 4 pairs. And that's definitely, usually on Valor, when you pass out, when you pass splash, you generally cart and check out. I'd say maybe 75-80% of the time, but we'll see. They just had a deal yesterday to renew for another month on the Carbon Pro, like if you have on the Valor Pro. So if you got Valor at the group buy on AK and you're in Carbon, you can continue to renew it monthly for $200. And then they had a deal yesterday, renew it for $150 because of how dry it's been. So I renewed it again. So I have it until June. And my goal is to grind as best as I can and then buy Valor at the end of June. More than the proxies is YS running high. Right, exactly. I got a really good PC and have 15 carts on Valor. Yeah, but it's not about the speed. At that point, YS's firewall and whether or not they're going to ban your proxies doesn't really have anything to do with computer speed or how you're running. Also, Express just came out with dollar ISPs. Express is what is the group buy that we have in our Discord, and a lot of users have good success with them. They just started selling ISPs at $1 a piece, monthlies too. So I bought 100 of those and I threw those on some Gmails, and I'm going to use those in my tasks as well. and we'll see how that goes too. But I'm all in on these slides. I'm gonna buy about 2,000 or 3,000 dailies. I'm gonna rent an extra instance of Mech, an extra instance of Valor. I'm gonna rent another weekly server from Sauce, so I'll have 3 Mechs, 3 Valors, Trickle. I'm gonna get Trickle for $40 for the week, and I'll be running Prism as well. So that's where we're at. How many tasks per ISP? 1-to-1. Always 1-to-1. Never more than that. There are a few companies that tell you that you can run more than that. So I know Hype does a 2-to-1 on some of their ISPs, but generally it's 1-to-1 or they ban you. And then you don't get your money back, and they ban you in the middle of the drop at that, which means all your proxies just shut off, and then you're stuck. But all right, so we went over unions. Those should be dropping. There's nothing on sneakers for unions yet. I'm assuming they'll update tomorrow. But let me just double check. Yeah, we got nothing on unions. We got the freestyle dunks loaded for the 30th. And that's it. That's it. Pandas are loaded too, I think. I liked it. I can't remember where it was. Yeah, pandas are for the 5th, May 5th. So I'm using a 2021 MacBook M1, hoping it's good enough for botting. If it's not, get a server. Guys, I don't think you guys realize how much you guys are holding yourselves back running everything on local. The first thing that you have to understand is running these bots, downloading the software. It's not safe. It's not always safe. Running this type of software, you put a huge strain on your computer. Not to mention that it's, other things come along with downloading random things. Servers are always the best way to go. For $110, I run a CEO on Sauce. I never have to worry about speed. I never have to worry about downtime. I can run a few bots on there, never have any issues at all. And it's always 100 times faster than my local, and it doesn't matter. I mean, unless I have, a $2,000-$3,000 computer, which I don't. It's definitely always good to run everything on a server. The only thing I run local is Mech, and what I found out is that other than on hype releases, like where there's a lot of errors, it's better just to run everything on my server. It's a lot faster. It gets to the product faster. It picks up faster. Can I drop Sauce Discord below? They're there. They should be there. In fact, I may have taken it out. Hold on. I think I have to revamp my... Hold on. Here, just let me invite you guys to Sauce, and then I'll give you guys the code to use. All right. All right. So there is the Discord invite, and then the code to use is KNB25. Now they only work for monthlies. They're not going to give you, dailies for $8 or weeklies for $12. So I use the CEO. I think it's like 160 with the 25% off. It comes out to like 110, which is like $50 or $60 comparatively to anyone else in the industry. So that's that. KNB25. But all right, so we got out of the way with that. Union, I'm on Manir 2's releasing on the 29th, which is Friday. I'm assuming it's only going to be Manir. I don't think it's going to be like a Shopify and a sneaker release or anything like that. It'll probably just be Manir website at 10 or 11 o'clock. Hold on. Let me see. And it'll be a domain change. Now, the good thing about Manir is their 3s and their 1s were 10 times more hype than these. And their servers never went down. Their website never crashed. Everyone was able to get into queue perfectly fine. It was a smooth drop for 90% of the people that ran it, which is exact opposite of Union's drop. How do you split your tasks between resis and ISPs? So it depends. So I generally run, I try to split it as evenly as possible. I do lean a little bit more on Valor than anyone else, but I max Valor out at about 750 tasks, 800 tasks. I run generally like 400 or 500 ISPs, and then I do like 150 resis with Wolf and 150 resis with Diamond, something like that. And I do it with all the bots like that. Prism is the only one that I run very few ISPs on, only because it's just... So it's only just because... Hold on. Sorry. Let me turn this off. This gets very distracting sometimes. I completely lost my train of thought. But, yeah, because it's just so up in the air. I think it had 200 checkouts, this foam release, which is, it's appalling. I'm thinking about selling it, but it's just so low. The price is just so low. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it to me at all. But let's take a look at StockX and see where prices are. ISP's that much better than resis on YS. My resi's been cooking. No, listen, again, don't stop what's working for you. Don't stop what's working for you. If they've been working, great. Leave it. For me, I had one checkout on Live, one on Diamond. I don't really consider Live a resi company because you don't get them a dime a dozen. They're not some cheap proxy that, you know, that you generate 1,000, then you run a test and you delete the banned ones and it's like 30% are banned. You know, they're all generally all good. So I don't really look as Live as a resi company, but 80% of my checkouts were ISPs. And task quality, the quality of the proxy in your task, also plays a role in you passing Splash. Like for me, I passed Splash on Godlike, Subnet, and Stat ISPs. That was it. And if you look back at my live, even on Prism, on Heaven Dailies, which was the top task group, I had like 15 passes just on the ISP group, and everything else, there was Diamond proxies that had 4. None of the other resis passed Splash. None. So all right, so let's go. So Union 2s, just want to see where they're at. I haven't looked at them since the drop, but I'm assuming they're doing well. Yeah, they're not doing too bad. They're about, oh wow. Retail was what, like 250 all in, right? Can I send an invite for Stat? Yeah. One second. All right, here's for Stat. If you guys want to join in, Stat. There is Stat right there. You don't need an invite, man. Just go online. Yeah. Live is a hybrid, half resi. Right, exactly. No, I know what it is. I just don't classify it as a resi. So when someone says, you know, why resis more than, you know, what checked out from you for more for you, resis or ISPs, I generally class live as more of an ISP than anything, because the quality is that of an ISP. It's actually like an unbanned ISP. It's one that doesn't get banned. You can use it on extremely hype drops and it gets through and nothing else does. That's why it's expensive. These aren't doing too well. I'm definitely not happy with these prices at all. I think they're definitely going to be a hold for sure. Especially now they're going to release worldwide. These prices are going to tank even more than this. And then I hit these. These are way better. My size is not $500. I like that. Petty sauce is amazing too. Very similar to live. Is it? Petty sauce. Okay. I'll look at that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Guys, if you're just joining in, go ahead and smash that like button for me, please. Let's run it up. Just hanging out today. Nothing serious. Just talking shit. If you guys need Gmails, I do have Gmails that have been farmed for at least 60 to 90 days. The Discord invite is in the description of the video below. Just open up a ticket and we'll get you figured out. Also, if you need help botting, if you do not know what you're doing, or you're taking L's, or you just need a group of people to kind of guide you and help you out with some, you know, things that other than basic things, some more in-depth things with your botting, we do have a paid Discord that's also in the description. It is $10 initial and $10 a month. You can, it's pretty much 24/7 support on anything that you need, whether it's Nike, Shopify, whether it's YS Retail, whether it's Stellar, Prism, doesn't matter what bots, AYCD, Kylan, we do it all. And we've done it all for a long time. Me and Rod have been doing this for long enough to know what we're doing. Uni never credit us back yet. That's an issue. I've been credited for a week almost. No, I'm a liar. Today's Sunday. I've been credited for around 3 or 4 days. I would definitely reach out to them and ask them what's up. Maybe you got lucky. Maybe you missed the confirmation email and you're going to get the shoes. Wouldn't that be great? You think getting a server mainly for automations is reasonable? Sure. Because look, here's the thing, Liam. You may think that you're only going to use it for automations, but I guarantee you find another use for that server. I guarantee it. When you see how much faster you pick up product during initial run on Shopify, or when you can run a bunch of tasks on YS versus a few hundred on your local, you'll use that server for a lot more than just running automations. I can assure you that. When I first got the server, it was to run Prism for Footsites. And then Footsites shit the bed, Prism tanked, and now I use that I use it for everything. I use it for everything. Even if I want to browse and I don't want to browse on my local, right? Or if I want to download something and I don't trust it, or something like that, I throw it on my server and I do it that way. Even with one bot, 100%. I'll tell you what, do this test. Test your proxies local in mech, throw your ISPs in mech, test them on local on Kickz, then throw it on a server and test it there. I can assure you the difference is quite remarkable. Here, I'll do it and I'll show you guys just the numbers. This is my subnet. I'll test my subnet on Kickz, on my local. My local sucks, but just to give you an idea of the difference in speed. And it may not seem like it's a lot, but on Shopify, every second matters. So that's on local. That's my subnet on local. And then And then this is, oh, I can't pull it off the server. Hold on. And then this is on my server. The speeds are insane. Comparatively, we're talking about a half a second difference. Maybe even a second. What, 190? Yeah, maybe a half a second. But that could be the difference between checking out or not checking out. I mean, how many times you guys processed out of stock? On local, they're definitely on my local internet. Why would it not be? And that's a mech tester on my server, so it's broken on my local but not broken on my server. My subnets through heaven. Now, obviously, it's going to depend on your local internet and all of that. But I'm just saying, and I've already done it, and I've posted my findings in my Discord with automations. Me and Rod ran a test on automation pickup time, the time it takes to grab the product, the time it takes to create the tasks, and the queue time difference between local and your server. And we're talking from creating automation, sometimes it was a 40 or a 50-second difference, almost an entire minute, from when Mech picked up on my server and started creating tasks to when Mech picked up on local. And queue time was about a 20 to 30 second difference, meaning that I was 20 or 30 seconds earlier into getting out of queue on my server versus automations. So, local but no hits. Yeah, I mean, if you're not hitting and you're stuck, it definitely could be your process speed, your speed on your proxies. Listen, the way that I think of it, for $100, right, which is a 50 pack of ISPs, even if you just want to test something in this industry, it's going to cost you $100. It's worth it. If you don't like it, you cancel it. You know, I mean, it's so easy to get your money back on something like a server, because all you need to do is hit one drop. Okay, no, but there's no way to fog it. Okay, I got you, Eric. Okay, I got you. I see what you mean. But comparatively, it's the same, right? I mean, if there's a half a second, I mean, the times may be off, but it's definitely that much faster regardless of where you test them. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. All right, so we did this. I'm on Meniere's. There's absolutely no sales for at all. They don't even have a picture for them. I'm going to be running ACO for these in my Discord for free. If you're in my Discord, this will probably be one of the last free hype drops that I'll be doing ACO for, only because if I don't win Mech Renewal, I'm probably just going to buy it. I've spent enough money now to where it's going to stop making sense for me to continue to spend $200 a month on a rental. So I'm probably just going to end up pulling the trigger and buying it. But in the meantime, take advantage of it. Throw as many profiles as you want in the ACO. And I'll do my best to check out. I definitely think we have a better chance than Union. That's for sure. That most people just charge back if they get bad proxies that don't work. Doesn't matter getting banned because you won't ever be buying again. Yeah, I guess you're right. I've never charged back. I've always dealt with and okay, so there was one company and I can't remember who it was, but you had to pay to be in their Discord, right? So, and it wasn't Stratus. I think that was another company. If I hear the name of it, I'll know which one it is. But they had resis and daily ISPs, and I joined, and they were the worst, the absolute worst. And I put them on blast, and I spent a few $100 like right out of the gate. Because generally, when you pay for something, especially to be in a Discord just to buy proxies, you expect them to be good. Because these guys not only are making money on every head that comes in, regardless, but they're also making money on every purchase. You know what I mean? And these were atrocious. I ran like 400 or 500 tasks per bot, and none of them got into queue. The company that joined Stratus. No, it's not Stratus. I can't remember. I want to say it had something like a frog on it, but I may be just completely crazy. I may be and not Kermit. That company I just joined. That company is decent. Good noon, boss. Are you making tasks today? I'm not, Gerard. No, there's nothing dropping to make tasks on. My Leaf 7-day subnet was absolute trash. Yeah, I don't fuck with Leaf ISPs. I don't fuck with them. To be honest with you, I only get my information from one person when it comes to where to go for ISPs. It's the only person in the industry that I trust for advice on that, because I know that they spend thousands of dollars on proxies and they do it consistently. They buy like 10 or 15,000 dailies every drop. So that's the only person I go to for advice. But I will be expanding outside of Heaven and trying out some new ISPs. But Heaven still is my go-to for Shopify. I still run it on Nike. It crushes Nike for me. Scarlet, yeah, Scarlet used to be good. God, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I heard the same thing, Andy. I heard it was like Resi's, to where they all there's like 4 or 5 top providers, but then why are they all so different? Hive, yes. Hive proxies. There it is. A bee, not a frog, a bee. My bad. But absolute atrocious. And the owner got super pissed because he was in Prism Discord, I guess, and I was talking shit, and rightfully so. That just because you refund me, don't make us okay. All right? Because I just missed out on an entire drop. You know what I mean? Like, giving me my money back, it should be, there shouldn't be any discussion. That should happen automatically, right? But that doesn't make us cool, right? Because what about all the money that I just lost by not hitting anything on the drop that I just ran for? You feel me? Yo, I'm in Sauce Discord right now, but I don't see a website that shows what they have. Sauceservers.com. Yeah, sauceservers.com. Do your little boat thing or your little bus thing. And then, so this is the one that I have, the CEO. So with this one, and for this one, if you look at Oculus, their server cost for this is like 170, 180. And that's with discount. So you end up spending 112 on this server per month. And this will do anything you need it to do times 10. There's nothing you can put this server through that'll crash it. I run the fuck out of this. Where can rent buy mech? Botmart, Rental Assist, WAP.io, all 3 of those. Can you explain what a subnet is real quick? Okay, so a subnet, everyone who has proxies on their ISPs, they'll notice that you have your IP, right? It's like 122.122.122. And then there's a number right before your port, which is right before your semicolon. Okay, the 2 dots, that 4-digit number is your port number. So on a subnet, you get the entire subnet. So you get 1 through 252, meaning no one else is sharing your proxies. So right now, when you buy proxies, you may have number 1, I may have number 2, he may have number 3, this guy has number 4. So if these guys run like assholes and they clip the subnet, well, my proxies are affected too, right? So if this one gets if I'm running perfectly clean, but this guy runs like an asshole and gets flagged, well, now the proxy is flagged, it's fraudulent, it gets banned, it gets throttled easier. By having an entire subnet, it's the cleanest thing that you can purchase from somebody. Now, provided that it's a good company, but you'll see when you buy a subnet, they all have the same. So the entire subnet will have 122.122.122.1, 122.122.122.2, all the way down to 252 or 254 or however long your subnet goes. That means your entire range is yours. So it's by far the cleanest way to buy proxies, but it's insanely expensive, especially for people that are coming in new. It is definitely a financial commitment that you'll have to agree to, because most companies require a 2 or a 3 month commitment right out of the gate. So if the proxies are $400 a month, you got to drop 1.2 to even touch the proxies, and then after that 1.2, you have to throw them, you know what I mean? You have to pay per month. Was the firewall being really high the reason why Resies didn't work so good? Yes. So actually it's supposed to be the opposite, right? So when firewall is extremely high, Resies are supposed to work better. So I'm not quite sure what happened, to be honest with you. Only the really good quality ISPs were the ones that were able to check out the really good quality Resies. Diamond was the only Resi that was able to check out for me. Nothing else worked at all. But yeah, so I run the CEO 1632, and this does absolutely everything I need it to do. And it's about $110 a month. They have dailies and they have weeklies too. So these are the ones that you rent, like if you want to run an extra couple bots for foams or something like that, then you just grab these. How long does it take to get a Sauce daily server? I get weeklies. So I buy a weekly a couple days before the drop, so I already have it and I can spend my time setting up without having to wait on anyone. I don't like that waiting shit. It's bad enough that we have to wait till midnight to get dailies. I don't want to be waiting until midnight to download bots, create tasks, and do all that shit. I don't want to do it. So, Porter Killer or AMG. I've used Porter. I've used AMG. I've never used Killer. How long does it take? Yeah. Yeah, when firewall is high, Resies are supposed to work better. I'm not quite sure what happened that drop. That was a very tough drop. That drop was definitely very tough. All right. And then after the Amamineers, we have the Dorenbacher Freestyle Dunk Lows. There is also a Retro 5 low Dorenbacher that is releasing as well. I don't think that's going to do well. I think the Dunk will do okay, but I think it'll do okay because of the cause, because of what the shoe stands for. But I think that's it. I don't think Freestyle. There it is right there. Porter is good, but way too pricey. You're better off buying Heaven. Yeah, that's the way that I feel. Smart, makes sense. Is it just me or am I not seeing any weekly servers? So go, hold on. I didn't see it there either. I had to go up top. Wait, where was that? Why didn't I see that? It was a different website entirely that I was on. Okay, so click one of the servers. Right? So just click any one from the front page and go to store and then just go here to weekly. They also have bare metals as well. My code does not work on bare metals. weekly, or daily. So they only work on monthly. But yeah, even their bare metals aren't too bad. Read their FAQ. What's the best Heaven plan? So for you guys who are just joining Heaven, your Heaven ISPs are going to be the best thing, unless you want to do retail or YS. In which case, Consistence is probably going to be your best bet. But guys, for those who have Heaven, I strongly suggest that you guys post success every time you hit anything on Heaven. I don't care if it's Resis, I don't care if it's their ISPs, I don't care what it is. Post it, tag them on Twitter, and post their success, because every so once in a while Nemi does an application for Elite Heaven, and Elite Heaven is a different ball game. You guys haven't seen anything yet with Heaven until you get into Elite. And they have godlike subnets. They have godlike I mean, they just the ISPs go absolutely insane on them. And I mean, super clean. Zero fraud scores I've had my godlikes for a year now, and I've had zero fraud score on them the entire time. Elite subnets, all sorts of shit. What resis on Heaven you recommend for beginner? I don't run Heaven resis. I run Diamond, Wolf, and Leaf resis. Those are the 3 resis that I run. For Heaven, I run their Heaven Farm Gmails. I pick up some unwarmed Gmails. And then I run their ISPs only after that. But listen, that's the way it is. Sometimes companies are good for one thing, and I'm not saying that their resis are bad. I just find better success with the ones that I use. How many bots do you run on the bare metal? So right now on the bare metal, I can run 3 bots and my used sneakers account with 48 Chrome browsers. So a pretty decent amount. But I have a different bare metal. I don't have a sauce bare metal. I have a 10x bare metal. I think mine is a little bit bigger than this one. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I have a 10x bare metal. But I just switched over my Oculus for the monthly, and I like it way better than the Oculus one. And I'm old school, to be honest with you. When I find something that works, I usually don't fuck with it. Would $60 be enough to just run one bot? No. No, I heard dailies are not that good compared to monthlies. Is that true? It depends on where you get them from. I have a 10x bare metal 16x64 grandfathered in at $297 quarterly price. That's I think I pay $170 a month for mine. Hold on, I can't even remember what I have. $60 isn't enough to do anything. You can't limit yourself in this industry. $60 is 5 gigs on one resi provider. That's not even including your bot. That's not including your ISPs. That's not including anything. You're not going to be able to run too much for that. I have a 2464. I'm lucky because you won't find a 99. No, that's what I run. I run a 2464, but I pay $175 a month. Changing the topic, sneakers and Nike. You sneakers covers which? Also, some bots handle these too. You sneakers covers Nike and sneakers, but all regions. Nike Japan, Nike Canada, Nike Australia, Nike all that shit. I can't find this diamond or leaf resi in the Heaven dashboard. Wait, what? I can't find diamond or left resi on the Heaven dashboard. No, no. Leaf Resis is a completely different company. Diamond Resis is a completely different company. If you want Diamond Resis, go to the website in my description, the Diamond website. Use the password and the discount code in the description of this video. You'll see a website. You'll see a password for when you go to checkout. You'll need to put the password in, and then you put in my discount code, and then you'll get an invite to their Discord where you can go into their Discord. But it's completely different. It's not the same. If I'm new with Heaven, what plan do you recommend? The regular ISPs. These. Wait, where am I? Hold on. Shout out me being 4th place though. Huh? Not bad. 4th place against everyone in Heaven. That's a pretty decent come up. These right here. That's your go-to. Put it on your description box with your discount code. I'll have to check it. I just told you that that's where it is. It's in the description of this video. But that's what I use. But then when you get into Heaven, when you guys post enough success, you get godlike ISPs. These are the same no matter what. You get elite ISPs, godlike subnets, unblocked ISPs, and elite subnets as well. What do you use those 100 on? Shopify. I farm some Gmails with it. I run it on Footsites. I find uses for them for sure, 100%. But all right, guys. So this is what's dropping on Saturday. These will be dropping on sneakers. Not too bad, to be honest with you. I mean, we got 500. This will probably be the most profitable release of the week. Edgar, what up? This will probably be the most profitable release of the week. As far as ROI is concerned. What's your thoughts on this? A few months back, Proxy Heaven ISPs would sell out in seconds. Now they're always available because it's slow. Wait till we start picking up. You remember last month when YS dropped like 8 times? You couldn't find those. You couldn't find those ISPs. No chance. That's when I started my Discord and everybody was on my Discord trying to bot for the ISPs. It's only because it's slow. Yeah, guys, don't buy capture proxies. Yeah, don't buy capture proxies. Are those boutique too? That I'm not sure. Slide should be May 12th. Here's the thing with ISPs. You get 2 uses out of them. If you buy clean ISPs that are good, you can farm with them and then use those same ISPs on your task proxies as well. So you get 2 uses out of them, right? Edgar may be right. It may be the 16th. I can assure you that when these releases start picking back up, you won't find Heaven in stock ever, no matter what. Believe me. This, like, towards the end of the year, it took me months to get Heaven proxies when I first started. Months. What ISPs do you use for your Gmails? I have a few. I have a few different companies that I use. I use Express, Stat, Godlike, Regular Heaven, Elite Heaven, Express One Click with their capture proxies that they use, Zenu. I have a few. I need mech to go below 1,000. It's not. I don't think it's gonna happen. It'll kill this Amamanir release, and then it's gonna double back and slaughter the slides. I farm 24/7. Where can we bot this dunk low? This is dropping on Nike. On sneakers. on Saturday. Cookie capture proxies. I've never ISP passed 200 plus times for me every drop running 2 Gmails. Really? Cookie proxies ISP. So not their capture. So Leo, you're saying that you buy their capture proxies or you buy their ISPs? Andrew, yes. I'm in there will be a domain change. I heard Cookie is good too. The Zoom is not a cop, no. Okay, they're capture proxies. I heard the same thing about Stat, but I'll look into Cookie. I just don't want to go back to buying capture proxies, man. I've seen people on Twitter show 75, 200. Do you think there were ACOs running 50 plus bots? There's no telling, to be honest with you. People who hit 100 clips like that, they're running 25, 30, 40 bots for sure. For sure. Leo, drop it. Or if you don't want to, hit me with it. Please. Go check them out. Either one is fine. What is passing Q is the Gmail, not the proxy? What is passing Q is the Gmail, not the proxy? No, not true, Eric. I implore you to take a Gmail and try to pass Q with a bad proxy. You never notice? I'll tell you what. Do this test. Hold on. Well, I guess it wouldn't really be a test only because some people switch their proxies out mid-drop. So if they're not passing Splash and, you know, they start getting desperate, they'll copy and paste a proxy from another company, close out their Gmail, throw that new ISP into that same Gmail, hit save, open it up, and start passing right away. It's all about the proxy. It has something to do with the Gmail, sure, but not much. Is the ability to cart based on task proxy? Yes. Oh yeah, also wanted to ask if you use a subnet for drops where you need to pass Q fast before the site goes down for YS. I use a subnet for every drop. And how you check it, I go to this website here. This is how I check. Whoa. This is how I check it. You just type it in there and you'll be able to pull up. Can we bot sneakers with night? You can, but it doesn't do very, it doesn't, it's for first come, first serve, not for draws. For mech, it's first come, first serve. Bread at me 30 plus waves. One copy of mech and over server. Do you plan on selling Nike accounts? No. Unless I can learn how to do them with extreme quality, like Cop what Kyle does, I wouldn't do it. I've seen so many companies. Here's my thing. My thing is not making a lot of money very fast. I want to make sure that I'm providing quality to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be different from the competition, which is why I did the Gmail thing. I said, well, you know what? These guys farm for, you know, a week or two and then they sell them. What if I farmed for 30 or 60 or 90 days and then I sold them? Would they be much better? Would they pass splash faster? They'd be better quality? What would separate me from the competition? There's a Gmail company on every corner. You know what I mean? So it's the what's going to separate me from the competition. That's the angle that I'm looking for in anything that I do. Anything. What is Cookie Proxy website? Just for any company that you want to find, just go to Google, type in Cookie Proxies. And it'll take you to their website. AYCD lets you test V3 score for your IP and your Gmail separate. Correct. Yeah, correct. They add a stock invite only right now with a password page. Yeah, the cookie went private. So I'm sure that AK will probably get a group buy or something. I'm AP Kickz. Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, so yeah, and by the way, so if you guys are looking for Gmails, right now is probably the best time to get them, only because you have a couple weeks until slides. You grab them, you load them up, you accept the security alert, and then you start farming them up again for slides. The Discord invite to my Gmail company is in the description below. Also, guys, if you can like and subscribe, turn on post notifications. We do go live for every major drop. So we'll be live 3 times this week. We'll do the Union drop, Amamanir drop, and we'll do the DB Dunk Low drop as well. And if anything pops up that's super hype, we'll jump live as well then too. And then, guys, for anyone who's new in here that has no idea how to bot or wants to start learning, has a bot, and just needs some... You know, it's not just for people that are brand new. You could just be in a rut and need to change some things up or need a little bit of guidance on something else. Join the Discord, bro. It's $10. $10 is cheaper than a Gmail, right? So $10 initial, $10 a month, 24-hour support. Always open a ticket, live chat, giveaways, ACO, all sorts of good information. And also for mech users, we update automation keywords every drop. Every single drop, we update automation keywords. And the best thing about it is there's no trolling allowed, right? So if you're new and you haven't seen it yet, stick around long enough, you will. Asking questions in this industry can get you a lot of heat, a lot of aggravation, trying to find answers to things. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. There is absolutely no judgment in the Discord. You can ask any question you want as many times as you want to whoever you want, and there's no judgment. We'll always try to get you as much help as possible. But does anyone have any other questions for me today? Anything else that they need explained or need help on? If not, I will be here on Tuesday for the Union 2s. We will run Shopify, hopefully Nike, because that's probably going to be my best chance is jumping on the Nike, is running U sneakers and hitting on a Nike account. My Nike accounts have been goated lately. 4 pandas on 23 accounts. Lee Chad, I appreciate you, brother. I hope you are too. Thank you for that. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. I hope everyone has a great rest of your Sunday. Back to the grind tomorrow. If you guys need anything and you don't want to join the Discord, you can always drop a comment on the video below. I do answer it. Slides, I will be running dailies, yes. I'll be running my monthlies, and I'll be running a few thousand dailies as well. How are you individually entering all 23 accounts? I'm running U sneakers. It's the bot that I run for Nike. But that's going to be it, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the Gmail Discord. And if you want, join the paid one too. Guys, have a great day.